All right, and hello. Name here is Ed, W4EMB. Just want to make a quick video. A friend of mine had shot a video on how he attaches his wire to his telescopic mast. And I have, didn't have that ready. And I have two telescopic masts that I'd like to show and describe what we're talking about here. Okay, so the first telescopic mast is just, this is the Sotobeam's travel mast. So it collapses to however long that is, 25, 27 inches. And so the top of the pole is just this. That's it. So how do you affix your wire on that when you extend that up in the air? That's the question. And so I did a solution using two zip ties. And I'm gonna demonstrate how I did that with the two zip ties here. All right, I'm gonna go over here to the second camera. Maybe I need to grab my mouse, so pardon me here while I make some adjustments. I need to maybe make that a bit bigger, and then tell that one be on top. Okay, and we'll grab this one and make me a bit smaller. Okay, that'll work, I hope. All right, so here's the tip of the mast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two zip ties and I'm going to start the zip tie like this. And then I'm going to put the second zip tie in the first zip tie and start it. I'm going to get the first zip tie to the size that I want it to be, and that will be the one that I hook my snap link into. So I'll snip off this excess, and I'll find that later. And then so that zip tie is going to be kind of vertical. And then the second zip tie I'm going to place around the tip of the mast. I'll put the two square pieces together on each other. I'm going to pull that real tight so that it looks like this. And let me snip this out of the way. So that's how I have it. Just like this. It's right on there, right? And then I can hook my snap link in there. And as long as I've tightened that all the way, it's only going to come down so far. But my snap link then is in this zip tie. And now when we talk about will it nest in the pipe? Well, no, it doesn't nest, but that's okay. All I simply do is I pull it off and I nest it, and then I just lay it in there and I put the cap on, right? And then when I want to use it, I'll pull it out, pop the top of the mast out, take that small ring that I have right there, that small loop, and just shove it on making sure I have enough in there. And just put it on easily. There we go. And I'll just put it on there, right? And it doesn't matter if that's in or out. You know, my snap link is going to go in there, and then I'm going to take my pole, put my snap link in, and then just start pushing it up in the air. And then I take my whole mast and just walk over and just push it against the trees and just let it sit there. And then I have my end-fed half wave going all the way to the ground. And that's simply by using this zip tie method. And then I had done the same thing on the carbon 6 pole. Okay, this is the Sotobeam's carbon 6. It's a real small pole. It goes up 19 feet. But I have found that the very first tippy top section is really flimsy and bends over a lot. So what I've done is I've pushed section 1 down inside section 2, and this comes with a string. So I've folded the string over, put a piece of heat shrink on it, shrunk that on there, and I'm thinking about putting a drop of hot glue in there just to hold section 1 into section 2, because section 2 is much stronger. But again, with the same zip tie up there, right? And if push comes to shove and I get hung up I can pull down and that will just come off the end. And that's kind of the nice thing about this, because I've being 33 feet up in the air and kind of sticking it up in the trees, I've gotten hung up a little bit, and all I have to do is just pull down, and that will just come right off the end. And then I can pull on my wire. This will still be on the end of my wire, and it's simple just to make a second backup one, that's nice and bright so I can see it. And this is made out of a couple bigger zip ties, but again, it can just come right off the end, lay right inside, put my cap on. The one thing that I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paracord. I'm going to drill a hole in my cap and put a knot in there, maybe even with a washer, just so it doesn't tear this. And then take that 550 cord and parachute cord and tie it around here, just so I don't lose this, because this is the thing I keep laying down and forgetting where I lay it. But I always have the rule of take that off, put it inside, put the cap on. And I haven't lost one that way yet. But anyway, and then the one on my carbon 6, it falls right down inside, and then the cap goes in there, and there we go. So that's my answer to the what to do to the end of your mast in order to hold your snap link. So pardon me looking away and everything. My camera's here, but my screen is there, and I'm trying to manipulate it. But anyway, just a short video talking that through. Thanks.